Yeah, that was out of order, but oh well. Welcome back to another episode of the Group Chat Podcast. We are live, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. Come hang out with us for the next hour and a half or so. Also, don't forget you can go find us wherever you like get your podcast, Spotify, Apple. Tony's gonna be joining us here in a few minutes. He is working some OT, which is crazy. I never knew rich niggas worked OT, but story for another day. With that being said, I'm here as always. My brother standing in 6'3", 245 pounds. Will is in the building. How we feeling today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy to be here.
Amen, amen. Another day, always blessed. He came straight. Will's going straight to church right after this Wednesday night
Blessed and
service.
highly favored.
Amen. Uh, who we listening to this week? Let's get it started off strong. Who's our rapper of the week this week?
So my rapper of the week, it's a repeat. I know we kind of do those sometimes, but the last time I was in the gym, I was actually, and I don't know what conversation we had, but I was listening to Born Center. Um,
Mm,
so I'm gonna go with J Cole, and I think Born Center was always
can't go
one of those
wrong.
albums. Yeah, Born Center is always one of those albums that I say like what could have been a great album if he trimmed the fat.
No, absolutely. Shout out to Cole for being like, and I know niggas got security, and I know niggas isn't really ever like in a position where they could actually be touched if something horrible happened. But have you seen how he's opened up his shows?
What do you do?
This nigga's just in the crowd.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I did see a clip of that. I didn't know that's how he was opening up, but I did see he did that.
it might not be the entire tour. I just know those first two shows he did it. I don't know how many shows he's technically done at this point. I know I saw the first two when they happened. But I was like, again, I know niggas got security. And I know J. Cole is even, I can't really say this with factually speaking. I just feel pretty confident about it. Like, I feel like J. Cole's got some really good fans. So like niggas wouldn't go to a J. Cole show with bad intentions. I can't speak on that factually, but that's just how I feel, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Um, but to just be there in the middle, and I know that they vet the area and everything beforehand, and it's not as like quote unquote authentic as it may look. But I'm like, bro, you still in this day and age, like that takes some nerves. Cause I'll be damned if I was a celebrity, like you ain't gonna find me in fucking in the middle of these. Like I'm not gonna put myself in that position. Like I was looking at that and I was like, you got a lot of trust. You got a lot of trust to start there. Like there's a reason why we got stage, and in between you and all of your adoring fans is a whole lot of niggas with tasers, guns, and security. Like, yeah, we like
Definitely.
like you might love them, but you know you got it just in case. Um, but shout out to Cole. Um, what a great night for hip hop. J. Cole opened his tour on Friday night. Jay Z opened his three nights at Yankee Stadium on Friday. Like a great night for hip hop. And Ross was out here telling niggas his album won't sell, but he already got paid, so he don't care. My, my rapper of the week is I'm gonna be real easy with it. Is Jay Z. Uh, I didn't go to any of the shows. I'm not rich like that, but all y'all that went to New York, shout out to all y'all that went to night three, because night three was apparently hell. That bitch didn't start until like 11 o'clock at night, and niggas was getting home at like 4 or 5 in the morning. So shout out to y'all
The Z
that went
concert
to
turned
night
into the
three.
club.
Yeah, I was like, and they had to pay fines because the curfew for Yankee Stadium is midnight, and so niggas is I don't know who paid it, but niggas was paying extra money to go see that. Um, but shout out to Hove. All the clips that came from that. We're gonna talk about that more today. Like that shit looked dope. It looked exciting. My second week in a row, I guess I gotta start shows off apologizing to Eminem as a nigga I was ready to kick out of like the goat tier rapper list. I had to apologize last week when we did the list, and I was like, all right, yo, you belong. And then I gotta apologize again because Jay brought out a lot of people. Now, I loved the fact that it felt like everybody felt like the right people to be on that stage, right? It was either obvious affiliations with him and or other legendary artists in their own right. Um, and that felt appropriate for somebody of like Jay's stature in rap and Jay's stature in music, period. But man, they were doing a lot of cheering. I don't know if that bitch ever got louder than when Eminem showed up. And I remember like in high school, and this is again during recovery, and so this was again one of, I argue, could be Eminem's peak. Obviously, Slim Shady LP is obviously crazy. My name is, but there was like a year and a half stretch where anytime M showed up at anybody's concert, right? So like he would show up at Rihanna's concert, Do Love the Way You Lie. He would show up at other artists he had songs with, and that bitch was going up crazy every single time. Like you just put a collage, and I'm just like, that shit don't have that's. But that was 2009, 2010. Out of like, okay, that's the height of his popularity. I get it. I did not think in 2026 he was gonna send that bitch up like that. It was just the reaction was just insane. Like people love that man. And so my second week in a row in 2026, I apologize, Eminem. The back half of your career is still ass, but the name value was still there. Like I said that shit with Wayne, where I'm like, Wayne's name value is bigger than like any song or project he could put out. M is being the same boat, but they love that white boy. So shout out to him. Um, Shout out to, he didn't wash Jay, but his Renegade verse is crazy. Like I don't
Definitely.
like Nas instigated that shit, and fine, they didn't like each other at the time. Um, but M was going crazy on that Renegade verse. If there was a verse you were going to say like, oh yeah, no, he washed Jay, and I'm like, that's at least like, if I'm Jay, I could go to bed at night being like, all right, that's cool. Like, nigga spit one of the craziest verses ever. Like, if that's what you think took to wash me, fine. Like, it's not like I got washed on something lazy or something uncreative. Like, all power to you. Let's get into it, man. Night one was dope. Jay brings out, hey, he starts off the show. This is unfair. So this is where Jay-Z gets to do shit. When I said I gave up like the argument between him and Nas a couple years ago, um, the part of it was that it's kind of the same thing that um, it came down to the same thing like with Mike and Bron, right? Is there's a difference between like definitive and a gap. Meaning, if I say Mike's the greatest basketball player ever, I don't think he's demonstratively better than Bron. I just think he's definitively number one. And I think a lot of people get that fucked up where they're like, oh, if you say this dude's definitely number one, then there must be like this huge gap between him and number two. No. Sometimes you just see shit with Mike and you like, oh, Bron don't got that. Like, as great as Bron is, as amazing as he is, as long as the career as he's had, it's like, there's just something different.
Yeah,
Jay
no, it's
has
kind of
the,
like it. Yeah, it's like that's similar when you talk about. And my bad to cut you off when you talk about
no, you good.
Hove and Mike. It's similar to like one of the things, and when it comes to like boxing, like you can have somebody who won a fight by unanimous decision, meaning like nobody, like every judge picked them to win, but that don't mean it wasn't a close fight. Like you could have
Absolutely.
like barely won every round, but you won every round. Like
Mm-hmm.
you beat them 12-0. So it's like I could win every round, but they could have all been close rounds. So it's like you didn't
Absolutely.
get your ass whooped, but
But you
like
lost
I'm
definitively.
defended. I won definitively for sure.
Yeah. And so, again, like, just the way even, like, niggas talk about you. And again, like, Braun, as I know there's a bunch of younger kids who do look at Braun and, like, they do look at him in that revered light. Niggas Mike's own age and older than him, like, when they do the NBA 75, or what was the NBA 50, and now became the NBA 75, and they all walk in the room, and the first thing you always hear is like, yeah, no, it was cool. And then this nigga walked in the room and it just felt different. It's like, bro, you got other like all-time great players, and it's like, all right, LeBron doesn't have that, and I can't
Not
really
even just
explain
that, but
that to somebody.
I think the biggest thing too is like Mike is viewed as the goat by like the niggas that he played against.
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron is too to like a certain extent. It is some players that believe that, but it's like when you hear the LeBron go to arguments, it's a lot of times from younger players because
Yeah,
like
no
a
doubt.
lot of his peers say Mike,
Oh yeah, because they
but
grew up
even
like that whole generation. That was LeBron's played so long, he's not playing with the younger generation. But all the people he came into the league with, himself included, like Mike was the guy. Like LeBron came in the league in '03. Like Mike had just retired a few years ago. It was like even in Washington, like Mike still had star power. Like, he obviously wasn't the same player anymore, but like he had star power. He was still Michael Jordan. Um, and that's and he did bring Nas out night one, which was dope. But when I say like, um, would he could just do shit that's different? When you could start night one off, can't knock the hustle. Iconic record, uh, super dope. Mary J. Blige has an argument she's the greatest at what she does ever, right? And that's who's on this record with Jay Z. Mary's got a residency in Vegas. So it's like, damn, bro, how you gonna do? Can't knock the hustle. He's like, hey, don't worry about it, dog. I'm gonna just bring my wife out. She'll take care of it. Yeah, we know Mary's incredible, but like, I could just pull my wife out. And it's like, you start night one off, iconic record. You bring out Beyonce. You married her. It's like, all right, bro, you cheated. Like that is something that like other people just can't do, and that's fighting an unfair fight. Cause like who?
I ain't gonna, your wife being Beyonce is kind of crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's how you start night one. It's just like, all right, bro. That's all right. oh, oh man, can you hear us, Tony?
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta turn this damn fan off. It's catching.
Uh, you good? You good? But I was like, all right. That's when I say like, there's just niggas is just different.
Is
That
mine
was
catching
the.
through the audio, Justin? Or are we good?
No, you good? I can't hear it.
Okay, cool.
No. But I was like, that is some shit where it's like, all right, bro, you starting this off like that. I don't care about the hair cutting conspiracy that's now happened with him twice in the span of a month, which is funny. Um, about Beyonce cutting his hair, it's like that's your wife, that's your flex. You got this iconic record, and again, you replaced Mary with her because Mary had residency, she couldn't be there. Cool. That was a fire way to start night one. Um, Hey, y'all can see him. Y'all know him. Tony is standing here, 6'3", 227 pounds. How we feeling today?
Happy to be here with you fellas, you know?
Amen, amen. Who you? Before we keep talking about the whole show, who's your rapper of the week?
Same person that been the last few weeks is gonna be the same person next week probably too.
It ain't Future.
Nah.
I I've only seen what the internet said about that album. I'm not sure if you agree or not.
Um I don't really need to get into the album. It's a good album to me. It's probably about 4 or 5 too many songs, but it's a good album though.
Hmm. But yeah. So, you're talking about the whole show again. Starting off night one again, the residency. Did you get to see what clips were y'all seeing when this was going down?
I'm a sicko, so I watched that shit on TikTok live.
You wasn't there?
Nah, not this time.
I thought I could have sworn he was backstage. Like he was the one. He knew everybody as they were coming out, making all these grand appearances.
I thought Ho was gonna call him out.
That's what I'm saying. Like he dapped up Nas before he showed up. He dapped up M. He was like, "Hey, y'all got this, man. Y'all put on a good show tonight."
You couldn't pay me to step foot in Yankee Stadium.
I mean, we've been to the Met Stadium. It ain't that much different.
I have been to City Field, haven't I?
Yeah, I was like, we was in City Field together. Like we was. Hey man. He brought out Nas. I loved all the flips they were doing, like rapping over like their own songs or rapping over each other's beats. Shout out to the tweets that was like, "This is gonna be Drake and Kendrick in 30 years." It's not. Um,
No.
niggas is allowed to say anything on that app, man. I'm just coming here and.
I like what I be trying when people say like Kendrick and Drake will squash the issue. I'm like, I don't know where people are from, so it's like everything is weighed differently. In Baltimore, you can't just be running around calling a nigga a pedophile, like that's okay.
Or a white dude.
You're like I don't know, but again, I speak for my city only. But you can't be running around saying a nigga touch kids. Like that's not like a squashable thing.
No, I agree.
That's
Like,
facts.
like he was offensive, but like there was nothing like, what's the most like insane thing they would have said to each other? Like dick sucking.
And I mean, I don't. Yeah, like I haven't seen anything from either of these niggas that tell me that at some point they can squash this beef.
No, they can't. No.
Like regardless of who you felt won or lost, like I haven't seen nothing from either one of these niggas that said, yeah, we'll get over this later.
Nah, they doubled
No.
down.
And actually, Drake is pretty much telling niggas, hey, I'm never letting this shit go.
I get it. I do get
Like-
it. I do understand that.
like whether niggas feel like he got his ass kicked or not, like he pretty much telling niggas like, hey, it's up forever.
But it was dope as fuck to see Jay and Nas on the stage. Again, those are, to me, I think those are two greatest rappers ever. So what they did with that performance in Yankee Stadium, that was super fucking dope. You was on TikTok Live. What part did you feel? I kind of mentioned this a little bit in the intro, whereas I made my second consecutive week apologizing to Eminem in 2026, and that's because I wanted to kick. It was weird because I wanted to kick him out of the GOAT rapper list before we started.
You did want to kick him out of S tier, which is like, you cannot kick him out of S tier. Like you literally cannot.
I realized, and then I was in a round of saying like during high school, like there was this stretch like with obviously with recovery, where like M was showing up at a couple different people concerts, like he would do Rihanna, Love the Way You Lie, a couple other people, and stadiums were going crazy for him. Like he just walked out, and it was the kind of reaction like you just didn't see any other rapper get. And I'm like, but that's not real in 2026. And then this nigga pulled up night 2, and it was just as real in 2026.
Why'd you think that?
I didn't think because there is no.
Like we could say what we want to say, and we have a lot to say, but that is Eminem though. Like that is.
I get the thing with Justin. I just don't ever understand like how he don't think the same thing that applies to Lil Wayne applies to Eminem.
I don't think Yankee Stadium would go up like that for Wayne.
That's not true either. Like that's not true
like,
either.
Not even as far as the stadium in particular, but I'm just saying as far as like when you talk about like the back half of their careers and like you know how they proceed.
I said I think it applies to Wayne.
If that Mr. Carter beat would have hit,
Wayne being in S tier.
or even that Hello Brooklyn beat.
Was in my favorite rapper list. Like that's bias.
What
niggas want me to rate Bo Nix third?
Mr. Carter went crazy in that.
The Bronx would have went up for Mr. Carter or Hello Brooklyn. And now I'm not the biggest Hello Brooklyn guy, but like in a stadium setting with Jay and Lil Wayne, that would have been a big ass deal. And let alone if that Mr. Carter hit, oh brother. Oh brother.
That's one of those songs that'll come on in my shuffle like every once in a while, and I'm like, oh no, this shit still.
I get chills like
if you talk about like Wayne got some like you know when you talk about Wayne having some shit that didn't age great, Wayne got some shit that like is still fire right now, and that's one of those. That's one of them verses.
No, that's a fact. Again, like I said, I'm to answer both points. Like even if like again, I wasn't gonna put to Wayne Eminem shit. I wasn't gonna put Wayne down. If y'all said was gonna say Wayne was an A tier, I wasn't gonna do it. There's just certain things like, I'm not gonna say.
I was never saying that.
When you were watching this, Tony, what was the first part you felt like, oh, this is like one of those performances? Because like obviously Jay's going to put on he's going to put on a great performance, but this even early in night 1 felt like it took a shift to like, oh, these are one of those. When did you feel like that started to happen for you?
Like I always say, man, when people talk about Jay as a performer, it's like you're not going to. I can say this with experience now. You're not going to see Jay-Z for quote unquote the performance. You're going for the catalog, because he can be a fly nigga rapping in his sleep, but he has records that like we talked about when we talked about Reasonable Doubt that not only age well, but they're delivered in a way that only he can do, and it's you know it's pound for pound the best catalog in rap ever. You know, only up there with a handful of people that can even compete. So it was and looking at night 1, you know, like you said, he started the night off with Beyonce doing Can't Knock the Hustle, and then from there it just goes up, you know. So I can't even say I'm looking at it from the standpoint of like this is one of those performances or this is going to be one of those things. That's kind of just expected. Like it's Jay-Z in Yankee Stadium in New York celebrating, you know, to a lot of people the greatest hip hop album of all time, so it was always going to be a big deal.
No, that's fair. What song was I'm blanking here? What song was Blue doing the pianos for? Because that was also
Feeling
dope.
it.
Feeling it, yeah. That was another thing where I'm just like, all right. Again, it's like your child is out there doing this performance. You like that is when you talk about just the aesthetics of the entire performance, not just the records, but the presentation, the people he brought out. That was another one of those things of like, you're bigger on 444 than I am, but considering the story of 444, considering Jay's family, to have your daughter there, like, this shit was incredible. I did want to ask you, you're also a bigger Rockefeller fan than me, and I got a question for you, Will. How did you feel when Jazzo came out and he started, like, he was giving Jazz his flowers?
Hey, that's not
Did,
my
did
era,
that,
Rockefeller. Like it was dope to see, but like I didn't. Like I fucking saw like that.
I know you just saw them niggas a
Like
couple weeks
that's
ago, but
like
that's
that
why
don't
I don't
that
know.
didn't move me. Like it was like I said, it was dope to see, but like that wasn't you
That was
know
definitely
like that
not.
didn't.
That's definitely not
Yeah.
his era, Rockefeller.
No, not at all. Like not at all.
Man, he said without him, he might not be on that stage.
And that's the truth, but still.
Did you like the? Excuse me. Will, I'm assuming you weren't on TikTok live watching this. What was the first clip you saw on Twitter? You saw this night?
It was either I can't remember. It was either the clip with Beyonce or the Blue Ivy clip. One of those were the first. One of those were the first ones that I seen, and I think I seen my stuff scrolling Instagram, but
Mm-hmm.
it might have been. It might have been the Beyonce.
No, that one definitely took over the timeline. For once Beyonce got involved, it was that took over the timeline for like a good hour. Did you watch all 3 nights on TikTok live, Tony?
I watched the first two. I would have watched Sunday if that shit didn't get delayed for 4 hours.
Hey man, would y'all have waited that long?
And not even that. Honestly, had I been off Monday, I would have been up the whole time to watch the shit, but I had to work, so that was a no
Would,
go.
would if you had tickets, would you have waited, knowing you got to
Oh,
stand in line for 4 hours?
Fuck yeah.
How many artists
My
you willing to do
my
that for?
one of E's best friends went, and you know he said he had an amazing time, so I definitely would have stayed. Like that wouldn't have been that they would have had to cancel the show for me to leave. Like
As not trying to show our age, talking to like 30-year-olds. What is, I guess, what is the longest you would wait for somebody? What's the longest you've ever had to wait for somebody? Like oddly enough, in Mexico, we had to wait like 5 hours for J Balvin. Like this nigga didn't pull up to perform until 2.
J Balvin.
J Balvin. This is back when.
I get it.
This is back when Bad
I
Bunny
know.
was like,
I can guess what year this was too. This was 2017, 2018, wasn't it?
absolutely.
I knew it was.
Like he was the guy before Bad Bunny took it and ran with it 1,000 miles. Like J Balvin was up next. Like not even up next. He was the guy. But that nigga never showed up anywhere on time, and they told us, hey, he might be late. Nigga was scheduled to go on at 10 o'clock. Nigga didn't pull up until 2:30 in the fucking morning. And I want you to try to tell your drunk Mexican wife, hey, no, we need to leave before J Balvin come on stage. Join
Wasn't
my
a
wife,
chance.
that's just girl.
Wasn't a chance.
Like, not one. And so, but that's the longest. I don't know how many people I would wait that long for if it was just me. Like, if it's just my circumstances. 4 hours is a long motherfucking time.
You waiting that long for Hov? If it's just you, for both of y'all.
Oh, I am. I am.
Is it in my hometown, or did I have to travel?
If I traveled, I'm definitely staying. Cause like,
No, that's okay. So I agree with that. If I already traveled and I already made the trip, yeah, I'm not going. I'm gonna get what I paid for. If it's in my hometown, 4 hours, you might be pushing it.
Yeah, you might have to wait just off the strength of what you would have had to pay for those tickets.
That also could be true.
Like if it's depending on how much I pay for the tickets, that's gonna depend on how much time I wait. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This,
Because I'm like an
this
impatient
show,
nigga. Like I ain't really with it.
I agree.
There's
I'll
probably
be like,
about
I'll be like, fuck this nigga hoe. Give me
there's
a
probably
minute.
about 5 people to where I can wait, upward like 4 hours plus time to come out for. given like say it's a crazy circumstance like Jay, The Weeknd, um, Dot, Beyonce, and Cole.
I'm trying to think. See, Cole is timely. I remember like when I saw Cole. Cole actually came. Like almost no artist really comes out at the exact time they supposed to. So like that's not even really a big
No,
deal.
that's what I'm
But I
saying.
remember,
Like a weird circumstance for them to be late. Because for the most part, most of
yeah,
these people are on time anyway.
no, yeah, not and even they even said Jay was pissed off because of whatever was happening because there was people trying to rush the door or some shit, and so for security to get like everybody back in line and get everybody situated, and then it was like, all right, obviously some people took advantage, were trying to get in without a ticket, and so they had to go through all of that shit. Um, who was ironically enough, I think the last person who was like I felt was super late was, and I was ready to go because it was I'm impatient as well when it comes to that kind of shit. Is like when we went to see Joe live, like the Joe Budden podcast live, and this was years ago in L.A. Um,
This
that
is
was great. It
Rory
was
Mall days.
this Roy Mall days. Now I don't know what I there was. I got she bought against a girlfriend at the time, but she bought tickets for us to see Cole and tickets for us to see the Joe Budden podcast. So shout out to her.
That was the
But
same
they
year,
were
wasn't
like damn near. I say what?
it? Was that the same year?
They're either the same year or they were like at the end of the year and then the start of the next year. Like they were relatively close in time. Like one might have been like October, November, and the other like pulled up around like February, March. But because yeah, it was definitely like before COVID because them niggas stopped touring when COVID happened. But I remember Joe was like almost an hour late. And I thought that was insane. I'm like, you a fucking pot. Like, what do y'all got to get ready for? Like, y'all niggas just
It's
set up
certain
some
it's
light.
certain niggas you can't don't be that late to someone I'm pulling up to. You can't be that late.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, hold on, you can't
It's
like,
certain-
y'all
it's certain
can't be
niggas.
this late.
Like in 2016 or whenever that shit was, Joe shouldn't have been that late. Now, like I guess, however
Nigga
it's
wasn't even on
perceived
drugs
now,
no more.
he was definitely on drugs now. He probably more sober now than he was back then.
That's
I think that podcast. I mean, like now, the podcast. I don't even niggas don't even do live podcasts no more. I don't think. I think niggas stay canceling them shows. It's still some people that get it off, but I think every podcast that I've seen that's supposed to go on tour, them niggas been canceling.
No, there's definitely a lot of can't. Once your ticket sales go wrong, niggas don't want to go outside no more. I would have said with night 3 for this one probably would have made it different too. Is like if you see that list of people that he's brought out over these first 2 nights, that probably also incentivizes you to stay. Like after everybody you've seen, like Beyonce, Nas, you've seen uh Pharrell was night right. Pharrell's night 2. M came out. Like if you saw that list, you're like, okay, that's the kind of time he's on. Like this is you already kind of know going into it. Okay, this is gonna be one of those shows. What do y'all feel like had the best set lists? He obviously was going through. It was celebrating Reasonable Doubt, but it was also celebrating just essentially 30 years of Jay-Z. So, damn, this nigga performed everything on night 3. Gosh, damn.
Or do they got an actual list of everything that he performed like each day?
Yeah, I could. Let me share the screen with y'all real quick.
Okay.
Share. Yeah, here we go. So, you just kind of rolling down, and so this is night 1. Obviously, Andy Starrett can't knock the hustle politics. It's even nice to even show you like the guests coming on here. This is like the cleanest one I found at least so far. I didn't watch a ton of night 3. Like even though technically I got the 3-hour help because I'm on the West Coast. That shit still started later than I was ready to, and I go to bed early now because I'm an old man. Yeah. So this is night 1. Obviously, there's a lot more Reasonable Doubt involved to start.
I gotta go find the bleak clips.
Then we got.
No, you do not.
See, he performed Empire State of Mind. Tony threatened over here threatening to slap me because of that record, and Jay said, he's going out."
Hold on, scroll back up real quick. Yeah, my bad.
No, you good.
Oh, so
he
he
pulled out some
performed it.
Blueprint 3.
I was gonna say, so he performed it on the first night too. You good, Joe?
Oh, is it? No, it's New York State of Mind, right? Oh no, it is. Yeah, no, I'm
What?
sorry. You're right. Empire State of Mind is on first night too. Yeah, you're right. Uh, Look at Blueprint 3 getting some love. Um,
Mama love me, right?
I,
Go to hell.
I don't know what I did.
I
Like,
just I just quote what you said. Like, please.
um,
That song fucking I don't know, man. It's like the older I get, the worse that song is.
Which song?
But Empire State of Mind. Like when that
Oh,
first
you
song,
don't fuck with it.
when that song first came out, I fucked with that song heavy. I don't know what it was. It was very catchy. Like it was a very catchy song. It's like the older I
yeah,
get, I was like, this song stinks.
man, he's paying Dwayne Wade. Like, he had to let niggas know.
Man.
Night
Anyway,
two honestly feels, I think just for song purposes, feels like the weakest.
seeing a lot of people would disagree.
Oh, of course. I'm speaking for myself. I'm just saying for me it feels like
It's like it's some
not.
shit on there.
Yeah, but in terms of strictly the song, again, obviously the performance. I think he perform. From what I have seen, I would
Night two
say,
got the bangers. Night two got the shit that the radio wouldn't stop playing.
That's a
Night two got
fact.
like night two is bangers.
I mean, you got Pharrell and M on both on stage. Like, niggas
Night, yeah, I mean like shit. Yeah, night two is it's the more commercial shit. So I think some people would just try to say it's the weakest off of that because like niggas like love like the deep cuts and shit like that. But
y'all think that stadium would have gone up if he brought out Kanye for niggas in Paris?
yes,
It was never gonna happen. They would
what
have,
happened? But yes,
but they would have, but it's never gonna happen.
if you thought they went up for like Eminem and shit like that, them niggas were gonna go crazy if Ye came on that stage.
Oh shit! They said he was on either TikTok or Instagram. He's on somewhere throwing hearts and showing love. So he got the good meds now.
That's what the world come
Um,
to.
and this and night three, this nigga was playing everything. This bitch
Yeah,
went on until fucking what? It's like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
he cut out
Like,
when you
I
if
was
you
gonna say
watch a
I'm looking at
clip.
it. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I was gonna say if you watch a clip, he opened with the Dynasty intro. If you watch the clip, like, there's a part in there where he say like, he say Biggs first and then he say Dame next, and then like in the clip, they clearly edited out Dame. Like he clearly said, don't put that shit in there. He says Biggs and that's it. Hurt my heart a little bit.
niggas would have gone crazy if Dame pulled up.
If Dame came out,
It would have went up and down. It would have
if
went up and
Dame
down.
if Dame came out, that might have been the biggest. That might have been the loudest it got all weekend. No
Dame
bullshit.
coming out with Jay-Z in New York.
If Dame came out doing the dance and shit, like yeah, it would have went up crazy.
For sure.
Nah, it's uh, yeah, this nigga had like
I would say I would still say night one is like the best set list of songs considering like night two is Blueprint, which I like, but I don't like it more than Reasonable Doubt, and then night three is more of a medley and a mix of
Yes.
songs he had done over the weekend.
That's
So
what I
it's
was
like
looking at. I'm like a lot of that stuff it was on day one and day two. It's a mix, and it's some stuff that wasn't on either day, but it's definitely a blend of everything.
So it's like for me, night one is like, and night one from like just a performance standpoint, it was like the more concise and just it just hit a little bit differently, like just hearing those records performed as they were.
this is another thing Jay does that's unfair. He's probably the only nigga that could get like Rihanna to go out and sing in 2026.
Sing is subjective, but he's the
That's
only one
that's
he's the
I'm
only one
aware.
that could get her to come out and perform. Yes.
Yeah, and that's crazy because like she married to a performer. Like she married to not married yet, but like she is with like.
Performer is subjective, but yes.
Oh man, but no, it was again, it was dope to see like the records, the uh, oh, are we getting, because the clip of him that's been going around too is him cutting off Pharrell basically implying they got some shit ready. Do we get a Jay-Z album in 2026?
Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised. And I think we talked about this when the tour was announced or something like that. I think we kind of gave our predictions on that.
After these performances, man, I don't know if I want that anymore.
You
Cause it's
don't want.
just like I don't know if I want another Jay Z album. Cause I feel like 444 is considered amongst most a classic, and I just don't want that to be ruined by him making another album that I don't want to. That's not good. Like that's just not good enough. Like I don't want him to do that.
Mm,
And I'm not a motherfucker that sit here think that thinks Jay Z can't make a good out thinks Jay Z can't make a bad album. Like he could release an album this year and it's not good. That's a reality. Like motherfuckers gotta understand.
so you like that? I guess if you write in the book of Jay, you like the fact that he starts with Reasonable Doubt and ends with 444. Like that feels like great bookmark albums to you.
For sure, because it's as critically acclaimed. Um, it it is debated not by many, but it's debated amongst a good set of fans as his best album, and it was a relevant project from just the honesty standpoint and a vulnerable place. A lot of people get a lot of motivation from the financial and capitalism of it all. Like that's whatever to me, but a lot
Mm-hmm.
that did like get to a lot of motherfuckers. So but yeah, I don't think I want another J album, man. I just like you listen to those bodies of work that he performed over the weekend, and it's just like it's just like man, this is what I want to like remember you by.
No, that's excuse me. That's valid. We didn't really bring up the point, but it's again. I don't count the shit him and Premier did, but like Nas ending with King's Disease felt great. Again, if you're writing like the book of Nas, like hey, you come with Illmatic, you end with King's Disease. Like this felt like you got some great bookmark albums instead of if he had ended on like the Kanye shit, or if he had ended on um, if if he really did decide to quit when he was out of telling everybody hip hop is dead, if he really had decided to walk away, it's like, all right, the way you came in, like we do want to see you end on that note because again, it's not to go back to this constantly, and I don't want to be, but it hurts someone like M, where it's like, okay, you were introduced to us one way and it was super dope, and then on the way out, we just watched. It's like an athlete. You just watch the motherfucker walk out, averaging fucking 5 points a game, and it's like, all right, this ain't the nigga I watch scoring 30
Hmm.
every night. And so this again, these are all great performances, even from just a online perspective. Again, weren't there in person. Tony was, but he won't tell y'all. Um,
Oh
the
no, I would tell you niggas. I have no problem. I would definitely be telling you niggas if I was there.
oh shit. Um, but super dope nights. The performances. I don't know if there's any more scheduled at the moment. Well, because he's got what a tour scheduled. I didn't
Not a
look it up
tour, but
before.
he's got some pop up shows coming. He's gonna be in Vegas, not Vegas, Paris, the Vegas of Europe as they call it. He's gonna be in Paris. He's got L.A. And I think Paris is on Beyonce's birthday, in L.A. Those are the next two he got coming up. Which I do expect that to turn into a tour, if you will. I do think there'll be more expanded dates. I think he kind of played this not only a celebration, but to see like, if he still got the juice, and he does still have the juice.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I do think there'll be more dates. I don't think it'll be city to city with it. I think it's gonna be very specific the places he does go. So
Yeah, nah, 56 years old, still performing, and then that was the other funny dialogue that was on Twitter. Is niggas said like, "Yo, Wayne should do this with the Carters," and it's like, man, wait till y'all find out what tour he on right now. It's like
the
it
Wayne
don't look
thing
the
is
same.
yeah, the Wayne thing is tricky because it's just like he don't got goodwill with like fans as far as like concerts and tours right now. What he did a few years ago, I fucked with a lot when he went on tour, the tour I went to. And it was just a lot of small, intimate venues he did. And that tour got pretty good reviews. Where he's at right now with it is a little bit different. But I think people do need to kind of cut him some slack about missing that first show. He said like we can only take him at his word. You know he does have epilepsy and shit. So you know
Yeah, no, he had a
because
full on like had a seizure.
yeah, if it was a medical situation and it was bad, like we would have all like felt bad for Wayne. So it's like I don't
Mm.
want to throw him a bunch of shit for that.
No, 1,000%. But shout out to Jay. Shout out to 319 Yankee Stadium. Uh, so funny enough, and I feel like we are somehow this worked out where we like three of the most oddly discussed quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna start with, in my opinion, we're gonna start at the top of the list, and that is the best quarterback out of the three is Lamar Jackson. Now I am a I listen to Colin Coward pretty much every single day. Uh, with some rare exceptions here and there, right? And Colin is genuinely for sports radio. He is one of the legends. Like him, Dan Patrick, go down the list. I don't count Jim Rome. He probably is, but I don't get Jim Rome. Colin decided that he was going to put out a top 10 QB list. And Colin decided he could name 10 quarterbacks in the NFL who are the best at what they do. And he really, with confidence, a microphone, and a show that gets like 3 million active daily listeners, that he could get 10 quarterbacks and not get to Lamar Jackson. So I want to ask Tony first before I pull up the list. Considering how Lamar's career has gone, are you at this point even surprised when he's disrespected to this degree?
No, like Colin Coward is not a motherfucker who I'm looking at for like integrity when it comes to something like this. Like he's an entertainer, like same as Nick Wright. Like these are guys that entertain. They are here to get takes off and engagement and things like that. Like they are children of Skip Bayless. Um,
Colin's career runs side by side. Nick, 1,000%. Colin, I think is literally older than Skip, or they're like the damn near the same age.
if
Colin's been
Colin
doing this for a
Coward and
minute.
Skip are the same age, that's tough.
I mean, Skip
Colin,
aging horribly.
That's tough, but I
yeah,
digress. But
Colin's
yeah, it's
62.
just oh no, Skip like 75, but like
Skip is damn. Skip is 74. Gosh, damn.
yeah, yeah. I'm like no,
Yeah,
no way.
that ain't side by side.
Yeah, no way. But
But career wise, anyway. Keep going.
career wise, they don't either, Justin. But anyway,
It's side by side. It's probably side by side to you because, like, for as long as you can remember, they both been around type shit.
That's probably fair.
um, yeah, like this doesn't move me. It shouldn't move a lot of people. I know it will, but like it shouldn't. Lamar Jackson, I've been in a made up top 10 list. Is like okay, whatever. Like that's the least of Lamar Jackson's worries. That's the least of like Ravens fans' worries.
There's
And
four niggas off the back that ain't better than Lamar Jackson.
and we know that already. Like we already know that. That's
No,
not
see
even
that
like we know that.
in the
Like
world
to
of
answer Justin's question, like it don't really matter to me.
okay, in the world of sports are more serious than they are. I want to just run this exercise with me. I think there's just opinions. If you were going to do this, and yes, I get it. There's an entertaining aspect. There's a take aspect. I also think there's just takes you shouldn't be allowed to have, or opinions you shouldn't be allowed to have. Some shit just sounds stupid, and I'm not just being a hypocrite. To me, it's
I'll be
the
back.
same. Like, yeah, uh, Patrick Mahomes. Everybody knows I'm Patrick's number one hater. I love to hate Patrick Mahomes. It's fun. It's entertaining, and it's because of division rivalry. All that shit, right? I think this right now, coming off back to back, I know they won the Super Bowl, but they got killed. And he didn't have a great statistical season 2 years ago, and he obviously wasn't great last year, and they missed the playoffs. This is probably the lowest you're actually legitimately allowed to have Mahomes on a ranking. And I also still think if you put him any lower than 2, I think you've lost your mind. Like I think there is opinions, and you have to you have to have some legitimacy behind them, right? So the lowest that you could put him is 2, respectfully. The huh? Oh, do you need to go? You ain't gonna be able to. That's I'm gonna. I'm still be talking, but I'm gonna hide myself. All right. But that's again that'd be the lowest you could do it, and that's because again we have factors, we have the injury, we have performance last year, but even still, I think you got to be not a lunatic opinion. On this list, who are valid to be just in top 10 conversation? Let's just start there. Like, in y'all opinion, Tony's gonna be back in a second. Is Drake May, like, if you say Drake May is top 10, like, crazy or not crazy? Just off, you don't even got to rank them, but just crazy or not crazy? Oh, you still muted, bro.
My bad, Joe. If we, you want to go through these one by one, or we can just talk
Yeah,
about the
we're
nigga
just,
that
if one by
definitely shouldn't
one,
be
just
there.
like, yeah, like crazy or not crazy, just to have him in the conversation. Like you said, yo, this dude's a top 10 quarterback.
Okay, because there's one nigga that shouldn't be on this list, but it's for
I think we
sure.
will think of the same guy.
Yeah, but all right, we'll go one by one. Drake May, I
So
think
Drake,
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at a nigga saying Drake
he's
May
top
is
10.
in the top 10. Yeah.
Yeah, great second year. Just got to Super Bowl. We both fans. Of, like even we've had a lot of conversations about second year quarterbacks because obviously both of our teams have one. We've both talked highly of Drake. Okay, Jordan Love. I think that's insane. Only Jordan Love is a top 10 quarterback.
So I think it's two niggas because Jordan Love, like, it might be more than that, but Jordan Love is. I wouldn't have him in the top 10.
Uh,
I
Jared
don't know.
Goff.
Now I will say I think with Jordan Love, I will say I don't know. Yeah, he shouldn't be in the top. I don't think he should be in the top 10. At first, I was gonna say I'm not mad at a nigga arguing it, but I don't have him in the top 10.
That's valid. Um, Jared Goff.
Debatable.
To me, Goff is
Like,
probably like right at 10 because
yeah,
he's
I'm
clearly
not
really
mad at him
good.
being there. I'm not mad at him being there.
Yeah. Like he puts up numbers. I do think he's had a lot of talent, and so that's obviously helped him. But like he's got, I think, the most yards in the league the past 4 seasons. So like he's obviously a really, really good quarterback. He's obviously, you're not mad if you wake up and it's like, oh damn, Jared Goff is the quarterback of my team, as long as Jeff Fisher's not your head coach.
True, but yeah,
Sam
so
Darnold.
I'm not mad at Jared Goff being on the list though. I think that's one that could be debated either in or out of that top 10, but I'm not mad at him being there. Sam Darnold should not be anywhere near a top 10 list.
I I also agree on this. Like I get it. He's got back-to-back really good seasons. And now Colin, this is to his entertainer aspect. Colin knows Sam's parents. And so Colin has been on this like big like Sam Darnold is a franchise quarterback since he came out of SC. Like he's like he literally I still remember the day after he got drafted, like his opening segment was congratulations Jets, you about to win the next 10 AFC's titles. Did not go that way.
I mean, he could be a franchise QB. He just ain't top 10.
Uh, Tony's joining us. Tony's back with us. We just doing real quick, just like crazy or not crazy. Meaning, like, is it crazy to have this guy in top 10 convos, or is it not crazy? So we update right now. Yeah. Drake, you think crazy or not crazy to have him in top 10 convos?
No, he should have won MVP last year, so that's not crazy.
All right, Jordan Love.
Jordan Love, y'all can't say Jared Goff is top 10 and Jordan Love ain't.
I said it was debatable for Jordan Love. I said I don't have him, but I said I'm not mad at a nigga arguing Jordan Love in the top 10.
It's the quarterback that's not in the top 10 that should be in the top. First of all, I'm looking at Collins' list right now. And there's at least, at the very least, 2 quarterbacks not in the top 10 that should be in the top 10.
As we go down,
I got Dak in the top 10, honestly.
Well, I was about to say the Lamar thing was kind of obvious. That I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about Dak and a quarterback me and Justin have had a lot of conversation about over the years.
Look, man. Do you think Sam should be in really quick before we Should you think Sam crazy or not crazy to have him in the top 10?
Yeah, it's crazy to have Sam in the top 10.
This one to me is honestly the hardest decision because, like, I understand if niggas just want to eye test Joe Burrow and say he's still top 5. I'm more on
He's
the
still
side
top
of
5.
like the niggas just when you don't make the playoffs 3 consecutive years and you're the biggest injury risk by a mile out of all these guys, I have trouble saying he's top 5. So, but I'm not mad at someone just say like, yes, he's also I think the only quarterback. I don't know if this has changed, but I know as of like 2 years ago, it's still accurate. He's the only guy in the NFL who's beaten Mahomes and Allen in the playoffs. I don't remember if that's changed the last 2 years. No, Mahomes didn't make it last year, and they only lost to Jalen Hurts the year prior, so
No,
that wouldn't
that has
have.
not changed.
Yeah. And again, if you want to like, but I'm obviously not going to say it's not crazy that he's in top 10 takes because he's definitely not outside the top 10. Even if you think there's an argument he's not top 5.
Right.
Herbert, crazy, not crazy. Just top 10. I know Colin's got him in the top 5, but just top 10, crazy, not crazy for Herbert.
That's not crazy.
I'm a hater, but it's not crazy. Top 5, I think is crazy. I think that's just insane. Will, you think crazy, not crazy for Justin Herbert to be in top 10?
I don't think it's crazy.
All right, Stafford. I was first on this. I would like to say I was the first person to put Stafford in my top 5. I got shit on for it, but I was there. Crazy, not crazy for the reigning league MVP.
Not crazy.
Not crazy.
Everybody's favorite quarterback, Caleb Williams.
Top 3 is crazy, but I would like.
I don't know, man.
If I'm going like, and all
Top
reason I
10?
say this, I think if his projections going into 2026, I got him top 10 because I think it's a top 10 heading into entering the season.
If it's a projection, yeah. If it's based on what we've done thus far, no.
That's
Like,
kind
I
of
think
wrong.
even to me, top 3 is crazy. I would put him top 10 though.
If it helps to illuminate the list, Colin Cowherd just recently moved to Chicago because that's where his wife is from. So, that may or may not have an impact. Mahomes at 2. I think this is fine for this year specifically. I still think Mahomes gets the unanimous 1 ranking because his accolades are just by far. He's literally got accolades that are equal to the other top 4 guys put together. But coming off the injury, his worst season as a pro. I said before this, as much as I'm a Mahomes hater, like this is the 1 year I think it's okay to put him at 2.
But I think
That's
him being
obvious.
I still gotta see him be a scrub, like even after
that-
the
but
No,
like
age,
him-
I
bro,
agree with you.
him being at 2 is what kind of tells me that this is like projections and not
No,
like
see, that's
what you've done over the years.
well, but there is people like it is a very popular opinion to say Josh is the best quarterback in football. Like there is.
I mean,
a
but ain't
lot
nobody
of
really
people-
believe it.
I
That was like the stretch when niggas was saying Kevin Durant was the best player in basketball.
I
that's
remember
a
that.
fire comp. That's
That's what it is. Like you obviously got the best nigga in the NBA, but he got to have a nigga to say. It got to be somebody you got to try to argue, even though niggas don't believe it. Like when it's all said and done, ain't nobody gonna ever be like Kevin Durant. Ain't nobody gonna remember a period where Kevin Durant was the best player in basketball.
no, that's a fact.
Niggas gonna know LeBron and Steph.
I was about to say
As far as the
Steph's
2010s.
stretch. Yeah, Steph's stretch, even if LeBron like kind of silenced it because he came back 3-1, like Steph's stretch is still remembered of like, damn, is he better than Bron? Who's the first nigga we kicking out this top 10? And why is it Sam Darnold?
It's the easiest one. It's not only do they got a top 10, they got this nigga top 7. It's crazy. It ain't like y'all got him at 10.
Darnold for sure.
All right, so besides Sam Darnold, who is the next nigga? Because I think we all agree like Dak should be in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lamar
Lamar
obviously's
Jackson.
got to be in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are the other names? So that means we got to kick out 2 for sure.
Well, who was the nigga you was talking about, Tony, that you and Justin be talking about? That
Tony
you and Justin.
This nigga turned into Birdman.
It's Brock Purdy.
I fuck with Brock Purdy. I fuck with Brock Purdy.
Because I went on like a 3-month stretch where I said them niggas should let him walk and draft a new quarterback.
No, I fuck with Brock Purdy. I'm on the Brock Purdy train. I ain't gonna lie.
It's Brock Purdy, man.
All right, so we kicking out Sam, and let's say these went out the way. So Sam's out of there, Lamar's in, right? Because Lamar is the best of the three that we'd include. Who's the second guy we kicking out of this top 10 list?
If I gotta kick a nigga out, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, Goff and Love is gonna be out of there. Like for Dak and Purdy, because I would put Dak over Jordan Love, and I would definitely put Purdy. I would take Purdy over Jared Goff. That's me.
So, I think Goff and Dak is an interesting argument. Because they're both guys.
Nah. Nah. I can't get there with you, gang.
Goff has the last 3 years is as statistically successful as anybody. And that's kind of Dak's argument. Is that now the Lions have been better than the Cowboys. And so it's obviously going to be a point.
But I don't think Dak is a bus rider though.
Okay.
And I fuck with Jared Goff. That's not me being like I don't fuck with him. I fuck with him. I think he's really good, but like another quarterback could do his job. I don't think another quarterback could do Dak's
Dak
job.
is a really
We've seen another quarterback not be able to do Dak's job.
All right, but that nigga
as much shit as Dak get, Cooper Rush.
Yeah, Cooper Rush, and that nigga went 3. What did he go like 3-0 or 4-1 or some dumb shit? I know, but like, is for the argument of Goff versus Dak, right? It's like okay, because they both got. If you go on support systems, who's got the better wide receiver one, CD or Amon-Ra?
Goff.
You think? Okay.
At worst, it's a toss up. Like I can see niggas going CD, but I don't think it's clear.
Even if you want to go like CD / if you want to take last year, like George was better last year, so if you want to say like Pickens last year and then the 2 years prior.
Who the fuck was his number?
I was about to say now if you want to go with that's another thing. If you want to go best wide receiver like group, then sure, I give it to Dak off the strength of the Pickens of it all.
Mm-hmm. But even still, you talking about J-Mo, Amon-Ra, and Laporta? If you talk about receiving,
didn't even think about the tight end,
And I mean, you know,
I know Dallas is tight end, but I can't think of him.
And we know who got the better running back.
Ferguson. Oh no, running back at Detroit smokes him. Like
yeah,
and Javonte just had a great season, and like shout out to Javonte, I'm happy for him. He got paid. But Jahmyr Gibbs, and obviously he hasn't played for another team yet, but like Sonic and Knuckles was going crazy the last couple of years. Okay, Dak, this Goff. I'll try to make an argument for Goff, but then after that it gets real bad because the Lions O-line. Dak might have the better O-line this year, funny enough, but the Lions O-line obviously the last 2 or 3 years it's been up there with like the fucking Eagles. Like they've been that great. Damn, can anybody do Jared Goff's job? Okay, what's the difference between Jared Goff and Brock Purdy?
We've seen niggas not be able to do Brock Purdy's job neither.
Facts.
Now Mac Jones was doing really good. They didn't win. They didn't like. What was Mac Jones' record? Like I think he still went like 500. He played well, but they wasn't winning them games.
I remember he won the one Thursday night game. That was against,
he beat the Rams on Thursday night. Very funny football game. Lost to the Bucks. I remember that.
Back when the Bucks were still decent.
Beat the Falcons.
2025.
Who wasn't?
Damn, how many games does this nigga Mac get play for? This nigga had. Is this real? Is this AI? This tells me this nigga had. This nigga. I'm just looking up on ESPN. This shit said he had 2,151 yards this year.
That sounds accurate.
Damn. Brock missed more time than I thought he did.
How many games did he miss?
This looks
I
like
think his record was like 7-2 when he played.
Yeah, so Mac went 4-2 if I'm seeing this right. He played in. Damn, hold up. No, okay, no, he played in more games than that. Gosh, damn. So games that he actually like played in because he's got a couple like he just came in and took a knee. because they smoked.
Yeah, he went
That's
five
so
and three
one,
this year
two,
as a
three,
starter.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 5-3. Like he was putting up decent numbers. Now there is also niggas that will tell you like there's like even NFL people that tell you Kyle Shanahan's the best play caller by a mile, even with
McVay.
um McVay. Yeah, like they respect the hell out of both of them, but there's like some deep NFL people like, nah, you don't know what Kyle's got in his playbook. That shit is magic. Um, so that obviously is going to be, which to Jared Goff point of it, Dak has never had a play caller like Ben Johnson.
Nah.
So, which also that was some bullshit they did, because there's another list that has they 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 hyping the hell out of the Bears. They gave grades on every team's play caller, and they gave the Bears an A+. And I was like, all right, cool, because Ben Johnson's their head coach, he's the play caller. And I was like, all right, fine. And it was like literally, no, I'm sorry, he was an A, because the only A+s were McVay and Shanahan. And I was like, okay, cool. And I went down to Denver, and it was like C. And I'm like, hold up. Like, y'all don't got to like the man, but we can't call Sean Payton a C. But then
That's
I went
tough.
and looked at it a second time, and they're like, no. See, if Sean Payton was the play caller, we would have gave him an A. But because we got a new play caller, they gave every brand new play caller a C. And I was just like, so because Davis Webb is calling the plays, they're like, but I'm like, man, look,
That's
Davis
fair
Webb
enough.
is calling.
That's fair enough.
So why you trying? I'm saying why you trying to disrespect the Bears because you mad y'all got to see.
Because they had the Bears, they put the Bears as the second best supporting cast in the NFL. They said the only quarterback who has a better supporting cast than the Bears from roster to coaches is the Rams. And I'm like, I like the Bears. I don't think that's the second best supporting cast in football.
Defense included.
Yeah. So they gave defense, play
That's a
callers,
little tough.
pass catchers,
That's a little
running
tough.
backs. Like,
Defense is crazy.
and I'm like, hold up, we got a lot going on right now.
What list is this?
Defense is upgraded, but like second, that's a little tough.
That's super tough.
I was obviously I look at a lot of things for like Denver's scope. I'm like, besides receiver group, I'm like, because niggas usually use that against Bo, where it's like, oh, they don't win games because of Bo, they win games because of everybody else. And I'm like, when I was just comparing Bears Broncos, I'm like, outside of receivers, I think y'all have better receivers than us, especially with Jalen Waddle being new. I'm like, everywhere else, I'm like, Denver's got a better O-line, better defense. And I was viewing play caller as basically a toss-up, but I was viewing it
We
more.
got better running backs. We got a better tight end. We're better
Y'all
tight
got
ends.
well, at receiver groups, tight end is included in receiver groups.
Running backs.
Running backs, yeah, I'd give y'all running backs and receivers.
Quarterback.
The quarterback wasn't included. It was supporting group.
Well, we adding it, nigga.
Hey man, look. All right, so we've kicked out Goff, we've kicked out Sam Darnold. Well, who gets in first, Dak or Purdy?
Dak.
I agree. So who else then on this list, if you take out those two, put in those, who's getting kicked out for Purdy?
I'm taking out Caleb.
I'm taking out Jordan Love.
And Caleb and Jordan Love is like it's very close for me. Like it's very close, but like Caleb ain't hit 60% passing yet. Like I gotta it gotta be some line.
Here we go.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do that
go.
to me.
See, this is the next part of this. Is like obviously nobody thinks, even Will said it. He's like top 3 is crazy. Because Caleb to me has just turned into like, again, I said we there's 3 polarizing quarterbacks who get a lot of talk this offseason. Now niggas just think Bo Nix sucks, and that's fine. I'm not winning that argument. It's whatever. He's gonna have to be one of those guys where it won't be believed until he just has enough success. And realistically, even if they have success this year again and like the AFC Championship game or go farther, the second he gets signed, it's the next step of his like, all right, well now this nigga's getting paid $50 million, $60 million a year. Now see what he can do, because he's not gonna have all these other pieces around him.
If he gets hurt again, I don't think Sean Payton's doing that.
Sean Payton already don't like him.
I don't see. No, y'all didn't watch. See, y'all not in the Denver weeds.
No.
Sean. So they did a in-depth like uh they basically had a reporter go in depth like with Denver. Like he's basically in there every single day. Sean Payton volunteered the most insane idea ever, which is he went to ownership and said, "Hey yo, what if we just let Bill coach for like 15 games?
I
Like
saw
what
that.
if
I
we
saw that article. Nigga was wild.
that was he's like, what if just let him get the wins record? I'll be the OC." And I'm like, all right, Sean, you doing a lot right now. I know that whole Parcells tree fucks with each other. I'm like, you doing a lot. Um, and then the second thing was supposedly that Sean was beside himself after the AC Championship game, and the only thing like someone caught him murmuring, he's like, "Man, we really miss Bo." It was supposedly the first time he was like, "Damn, I just can't call enough plays to make this offense work." And it was so supposedly he likes Bo. Who knows? And Bo yells at him because they also yelled. Again, this is all reporting. I'm not in there, but
I mean, that's
I
when
hope
you got a 30-year-old second-year QB, you can't just talk to that nigga any
nigga,
kind of way.
he he supposedly yelled at Sean and he said, "How many fucking years you gonna keep calling play?" No, sorry, they had a first conference. How many years you gonna call play? Sean said, "I got 8 or 9 left in me." And then they got into an argument and he said, "How many more fucking years are you doing this?" She's like, "Fuck, at this point, 1 or 2." So I like the fact, he ain't lying down. He's yelling back. Um, what should the projection on Caleb be this year though? Because a lot of people do just feel like because we've seen some of those truly special throws that feel like Mahomes, feel like Allen, people think he can be in this era top 3, top 5. But then there is also people, which I think is fair, is like, yeah, the nigga ain't hit 60% yet. And the Bears have still gone through offensive struggles before they hit those big fourth quarters. Like, what should be realistic for Caleb in year 3? I'm going to put my phone on charger.
I think you should expect the jump, especially with another year under Ben Johnson. Like, you should expect him to take that big leap. Like, he was close to 4,000 yards last year. You should expect him to clear that. One less mouth to feed. So I think you should, like, the offensive line is going to be better. He'll have more experience. It's just a matter of just playing more in structure for him. Like, he can be one to do his own thing sometimes. So if he can play in the structure of the offense and just be more efficient, there's no reason he won't be, you know, in those conversations for one of the best quarterbacks, and they won't be back in the, in the run for the NFC North championship.
Will?
Yeah, no, I think
What's
I
next,
would.
man?
I mean, I think for sure top 10. I'm expecting him to be a top 10 quarterback. I'm expecting completion percentage to go up. I think, like Tony kind of mentioned, he does tend to get off script a lot, but I think I'm expecting him to kind of hit on some of those short throws that he was missing on throughout the season. Because it's like he was hitting a lot of the big ones, but missing a lot of those easy ones that he should have been making. So I think a lot of that stuff is stuff that we expect him to get cleaned up, and like you said, kind of one less mouth to feed when it comes to DJ Moore, but also just trying to figure out who is going to emerge as the go-to guy this coming season. I know towards the end of last season it was Colston Loveland and some of Luther Burden, but this is also all of their first year is kind of trying to figure out who going to be the number one as far as that number one go-to option when it comes to the receiving game. So I'm definitely expecting another big jump. Like I said, completion percentage number one, but also just looking a lot more fluid in that offense.
Are you as like, and it's weird with Caleb because like I do think there's a lot of pre-draft stuff with that class because to me like I think the NFL is just better the fact of that class has 1, 2, 3, 4 legitimately good starting quarterbacks came out of it, right? Like McCarthy he's battling Kyler Murray. I think the Vikings are going to be a shit show this year. As much as I like Kevin O'Connell, I'm like I don't think you can keep doing this. Eventually the wheels and Justin Jefferson is just not going to enjoy himself, which is unfortunate. Um, how much of like the Caleb stock is for y'all specifically, I guess, it's still like the pre-draft stuff that coming out we thought he could be this otherworldly guy versus how much of it is performance you've seen the first 2 years.
What do you mean?
I'm on, so like I'm obviously on the other side of it as just like a Bronco fan. Bo still gets ripped because it's like coming out he was rated number 6 or at best 5 out of the 6 quarterbacks, and so even though he's had more success, it's like but he's still Bo Nix. There's still things he can't do. Cool, I know there's limitations with him. I'm not really tripping on that. Caleb is on the other end of that. Whereas if you just feel like the talent is so otherworldly there, then all you care about is the really flashy throws, the shit we saw in against the Rams in this right, yeah, it was the playoff game against the Rams, or even the game against the Packers. But like they damn near do the same shit. People just believe one is really talented and the other is just kid.
Flirting versus harassment.
Not literally. It's like man, he just because there's a bear. Danny Parkins is radio in Chicago, and Danny Parkins has a lot of really good causes. I don't really like shitting on him because he does like a 24-hour stream for cancer, and he does a lot of really good things as a human being. But every time he talks about Caleb, I'm just like, and he shits on Bo, and I'm just like, like they got the same thing going, right? Like you can't just. And again, if you just think one is better, you're entitled to that. But I'm like, you can't be like, oh, well, you saw it in the fourth quarter. That's just going to get better. And then he goes to Bo. He's like, oh, Bo was only consistent one quarter. And I'm like, you're talking about like the same guy. All right, bet. So how much of that
It's
like
a look
personally?
as well. I think it looks different how they do it. The result is the same, which is a win, but it looks different when Bo does it versus when Caleb does it. I think that Caleb Williams hasn't met the expectation, quote unquote, but he hasn't given you a reason to think he won't meet him. So he's in that spot where this third year is kind of like you're either going to validate a lot of people's belief in you that you're going to be one of the best, or you're going to validate a lot of people that think is all smoke and mirrors and you're not really that guy. Like I said, coming into this, he don't really have an in-between. He can't really operate in a in-between space. He's been more in that over these first 2 years, but the highs have been super high, but the lows have been really low. So this third year is just about seeing where does he really land on the totem pole? Does he land on the Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, or is he more on the other end when we think about Baker and goddamn, those types of quarterbacks in that realm?
No, that's fair.
What the fuck was the question? what you what did you
How
ask?
much of your like evaluating Caleb is based on what he's done in 2 years on the field and what his evaluation was coming into the league? And I agree with Tony's part of like, yes, there's things that look different. I don't think both those two throws at the end of the year, the one against the Packers, the regular season game, and the postseason game, and then that throw against the Rams in the postseason. I don't think Bo could make those throws. I also think there's some part of that where it's like, okay, but do you always have to make those throws? Because like Brady don't have a ton of those, and no one's gonna argue Brady's not the greatest ever. He's just the most on schedule, accurate, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I think. I
Like what,
mean,
like
and you almost kind of got to be like one or the other. But no, I think with Caleb, I think it is a combination of both, like what that evaluation was coming out of college, but also when you talk about some of those throws and like the flashes that he showed, because he even in his rookie year, as bad as it was, like overall, with coaching and everything else that was going on, like he had flashes then, like you seen flashes in his rookie year, and then he took a big jump like from his rookie year to his second year. So you see even more flashes. You see when you got a guy like that that's making throws where you're like, all right, it's only a handful of guys that can make these throws, and then you also say all you got to do is tweak the little things like the middle game or the short passing game and things like that. So I think it's a combination of like we seen the spectacular in college and we seeing it in the NFL too, like the off script shit that people said like all this backyard football off script stuff won't work in the NFL. We seen it work in the NFL. So now you're saying All right, now just clean up everything else. Clean up all of the little stuff. So I think it's both. I think it's what you're seeing there, but also when you see somebody make that jump and show improvement, you're like, all right, you can only expect them to make another jump. Because if year two is just like year one, we wouldn't be having the same conversation. Like if we looked at year two and said he hasn't improved, he hasn't made any jumps, he hasn't made any strides or anything like that, we wouldn't be having the conversation right now. But the perception is, or the expectation is, that he made a jump from year one to year two, and we expect him to make another jump from year two to year three. So I mean, in year three, you looking at him potentially becoming what the single season yards leader for the Bears and all of this shit. Like you talk about breaking franchise records just in your third year potentially. And I mean that probably says more about the Bears' history of quarterbacks than it does. But I mean, even still, like accolade is accolade. Like you know what I mean. So it's like,
It's true. Oh
so
man.
yeah.
No, that one's just that's nothing because Danny always brings that one up. He's gonna be the Bears all-time leader in this, and I'm like, all right, my nigga, like y'all got records from like the '80s.
It is what it is.
Like it is. Um, the oh man. Do you stand before we get off the quarterback list here real quick? We get into some short form stuff. Uh, do you think? I know Tony said he thinks Mahomes is one until he sees him go out there and play not like it. If you had to choose either Mahomes or Allen, who are like the consensus top two, going into this season, who are you putting at one and who are you putting at two?
I would still choose. I would probably still go with Pat. I'm not mad at like Josh Allen because of the injury, but it's like a difference. Like as great as Josh Allen is, it's like nigga, it's a difference. It's a difference between the two. Like one is just like
Just better.
he's just better. Yeah, like that's it. Like it's just it. It's that's it. Like and you can be great. That like him being better don't diminish your greatness by any means. But it's like Mahomes is just better. And like Tony said, until we see otherwise.
No, it's a fact, and it's interesting. And again, obviously injuries are injuries, and that does matter. But for Josh to, for the people that are now saying, again, some people have thought that Josh Allen's been the better quarterback the last 2 or 3 years because I get it from like the perspective of like Josh is white Cam Newton, right? If Cam had a longer career, like these guys are just bigger, stronger, faster than most players. So you see these moments where you're like, all right, he's the only dude in the league that could do that. But Josh is coming off a year in which people feel like he's elevated to one because of the injury. He had 3,600 yards, 25 touchdowns, and had one of the worst playoff games in recent memory. And didn't win his division. So it's like, it's tough for me. If you already thought Josh was better, fine, that's your opinion, cool, stick with it. But if you think he's now surpassed because of the injury, coming off what was also a down season for him, it's like, I think your logic's a little funny. I got more ref class, so we got some short form stuff we're gonna get into. Did you want to comment on that, Will? I know you didn't get to make the commentary on that last week as we closed out last episode. I got referee class from 7 to 9 every Wednesday. They got some NFL guys. I will say we got a couple NFL guys in there, and I'm not somebody who like. When I was younger, I did because anytime
Not this nigga fanning out over the refs.
Yeah, anytime a call goes against your team, it's like, that fucking is bullshit. As an adult, I'm like, calls are calls. Sometimes you get screwed, whatever. I did not walk away the most impressed with how like the NFL refs were talking, and I'm just like, man,
What do you mean NFL refs?
You know how niggas get when their heroes let them down.
Like these real deal NFL refs that we see on Sundays.
These are real deal, like this. So the association goes all the way from flag football. They do flag football, women's flag football. They do high school football, varsity, college, D1. We got two guys. We got some guys from the MAC, Pac-12, and they go all the way up to there's 4 guys who are in the NFL and 3 guys who have retired from the NFL.
So
like,
it's motherfuckers that's refereeing flag football games, that's refereeing NFL football games.
No, so they don't do both, but the association has refs going like it basically like so these guys
So it's all
started
one association. It's all one
correct.
union, if you will. That's
So
For yeah,
ass.
but
they
it's
might
separate.
call
It's
That's
Justin
se-
up one day.
that's
They might say
dog
yeah.
shit.
They might say yeah. We put your flag football game on hold. We need you.
I'm a I,
We
they
need you to
they
come
need
referee for this.
what they used to call them. They need
Alternate. They need an alternate.
no, what's the term though? They need fucking damn, it's gonna come to me. They need scabs. Justin the scab. They need scabs. That nigga Justin come through. Imagine Justin at 6'9" on the field, throwing the yellow flag.
They go, that nigga, you could be out tight end.
throwing the yellow flag.
You get out here and block. Darnell Washington ass nigga.
so I went to now. So
And they got
now to
envelope
be
full
fair,
of money.
they are set.
I ain't gonna lie.
Taking bribes.
Next week when you get on this show, Justin, you need to be zebraed up. I want to see like the whistle type of shit. So,
I ain't buying my shit.
I need a size
So-
10 of them new threes.
So, I ain't been a size 10 since middle school. They got. So I've been to one right now. To be fair, they do have like each state has its own thing, right? And so that's kind of like this separation. It's not just one entire organization for like all refs ever. But I was tripping out because he said, "Hey yo, it's gonna because it's somebody I work with. He's the one that told me about it, and he's like, you can make some extra money. It's cool, and you like sports." And I'm like, "All right, sure, I'll give it a try. Why not?" And he's like, they gonna throw a lot of shit at you, but like if you already know sports, you're gonna be cool. I'm like, all right, bet. And like everybody knows like generic rules and shit, right? So these niggas hit me on day one. They said, all right, bet. So here's your packet. You got this shit. You go through it, right? And they're like, all right, so it's the first thing you gotta see. And I'm like, all right, cool. Sounds easy enough. Then they hit you with the second packet. Like there's one little bit more pages, right? More information. All right, cool. And then they can hit you with the football case book. Then they hit you with the flag football rules book. And then I just got regular ass football rules book. And then I got this motherfucker that's football mechanic. I'm like, nigga, this is all on day one? I dropped out of school. I had no intention of like, where's this shit? All right, here we go. So there's either referee reminders. Clock wind and ready for play. The umpire and the line judge will signal by twirling their index fingers at the waist. Now,
You ain't signed an
I
NDA?
don't even know. I was about to say, I don't even know if you're supposed to be revealing this type of shit on the show. I was literally like, hold on, I don't even know if you're supposed to be giving out
This
all the
ain't
game on the
sensitive
show.
information.
fuck no.
This nigga fired already. God damn.
You tell them, hey, yo, I want to be a ref. Them niggas hand you this shit and say, all right.
I want to see you ref a 37U game. That's what I'd pay to watch.
I can see them niggas not getting in Justin Grill.
You refereeing a group of niggas that just got off of work.
My first game is gonna be August 15th. That's my first.
What's
game
the
that I get
age
to
group?
actually- So it's flag, but it dead ass might be 37 years. Like no bullshit. Like it might
I ain't gonna lie, niggas. I ain't hating on the niggas that be doing that type of shit, like playing these sports when they old, but like, nigga, you can't afford to get no fucking sports injury. Like, how the fuck you gonna go back to the warehouse with a torn ACL, my nigga?
Rupturing your Achilles because you wanted to play football.
Like, my nigga,
you got to be on the goddamn line.
you got this motherfucker. You gotta drag this pallet jack around.
Nah, that's
Like the fries ain't finna drop they self.
Now you got a broken wrist. How the fuck you gonna wrap a nigga double cheeseburger up now?
Only fry cook when in a wheelchair. Like what the fuck?
Now your job got to come up with accommodations and shit. Come on, my nigga. Cause you a fucking offensive lineman for 37U football.
You play both sides of the ball.
they got you playing offense.
You supposed to open the warehouse tomorrow.
That nigga play offensive lineman and fucking linebacker. Some stupid ass shit. Like, look
You left tackle and defensive tackle.
That's like the shit out of NFL Street. Them niggas had left tackle linebacker.
That nigga got on a
Willie.
single bar helmet.
That's what I'm saying. Listen.
They told me they want me to be an umpire, and mind you, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. He said be an umpire. My first thought, my dumb ass, I went straight to baseball. I was like, am I at the right meeting? Like they got different sports. I'm like,
This nigga
yeah,
got
it's like, nah,
deliveries
this
to
nigga
make.
lines up the ball, and it's like, but they're like, oh, because you bigger, it's like if you do varsity, like you ain't gonna get knocked over. Like when you got to go like plant the ball between the O line and D line. I'm like, oh, they just be knocking niggas over for no reason. Like not if you big enough.
Dog, if I see Justin do this shit, I'm
Justin out here likely to get injured as a ref. You got work to do, and you got a motherfucking bruised hamstring.
Justin running down the field as a nigga running kick return back 60 yards. He just chugging out that bitch.
No, they got a rule. Once you declare that nigga's home free, you can stop running. Half the
Dog,
class
home free. What happened to the game I love?
You feel like you in shape? You feel like you in shape to ref this type of game, Justin?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I got you. You got to say that on camera. My bad. Just in case they're watching.
Nigga said in shape.
I got some. See, I could really
watch us gonna be them niggas gonna be running up and down the football field as a part of their training.
When the last time you smoked hookah?
Oh, I ain't had hookah
this morning for breakfast.
We haven't even had hookah since the last two places we lived. And I ain't even had weed in probably about a year at this point. Well, New Year's don't count, but like besides New Year's, like
shout out to you for putting that
New Year's don't count. Like
they not checking your piss.
Oh fuck no, it ain't that serious.
I got 100 on green. Cause there's always a team in green. It's always a green team.
Hey man, you do gotta sign some shit that you not. That's how it fucked up though. You do gotta sign some shit that you won't gamble on the games you rep.
Honor system. Fuck out of here.
Cause you get to go. Cause you can get it. You can go
we
up to
about to run it up on Kashi, Tony.
They might as well tell you to pinky swear. Like what the fuck? You promise, like you triple promise, like
Couchy.com, use code HARDFOUL10. We about to run it up on the
and we gotta chill out before Pablo find out about us.
Hey man, they got that shit is hilarious. Kawhi's trade being rescinded because them niggas said not so fast is like the funniest shit.
We gonna add a bet option on there for most penalties in this 37 you game. Throw the fuck out that flag, Justin.
They said because you could be at the high schools. They said, and the guy who's in charge of it said, and man, look, I check socials. If I know you went to a certain high school,
I check socials.
You know what I'm saying? He checks socials and he's
Fuck
talking about
you,
social
nigga.
media.
I check socials.
He's talking about social media and not Social Security. It's crazy.
Fuck out of here, Roger Goodell. Roger Goodum. Like, what are you talking about? I check socials.
He said, I find out you went to a certain high school. I'm not going to put you at that game because you might be inclined to throw a flag. And I'm like, I didn't like my high school to begin with.
He said you got bias.
They had that nigga Justin take a scout's honor.
Dog, no, that nigga said I check socials. Like, bro, who do you think you are? What do you think we're doing out here?
My high school, before we do this quick keep 3 cut 5, I'll never forget my high school, my freshman year, we had our rival team. I don't know why the fuck was set up this way, but we only played them niggas once every 4 years because I went to a regular high school, and for some reason our rival was a charter high school. And so we only played them every 4 years. So they were like, this is going to be your one chance to see him. So basically, like every graduating class, right? You get to see him once. I'm a freshman. I'm like, all right, cool. And I knew some people that was on the football team. They're like, oh, y'all got this. You good. Them niggas smoked us so bad. The freshmen lost 35-0. JV got whooped 42-0. And I think varsity was like 50-7. Like, it was like, we got whooped. Now, to be fair, and this is like the closest I got, the closest proximity to fame is our rival high school at one point had Alex Smith and Reggie Bush. So them niggas was built different. Like
You
Niggas,
built different.
you talk about running off.
that's the Muggles went to high school with Reggie Bush, and so it was like they were fresh, right? Fresh. I think he was a freshman, he was a senior or junior, something like that. But nah,
Oh,
Reggie
Larry
Bush's
said bad
college
words about
highlights.
him.
Reggie Bush college highlights look crazy. Reggie Bush in high school, I don't even want to fuck. Like, how are you supposed to deal with Reggie in high school? Like, nigga, you just got out of 6 semesters and niggas or six classes and niggas told you to go tackle Reggie Bush. No, I'm
That'll
good.
happen.
Uh, keep 3, cut 5 because Will Celtics just obviously had to trade Jaylen Brown. I thought it was fitting that we do top. It's all time NBA
Don't do
duos.
that, Justin. Don't
So
do that.
everybody's
You know who
on
the
the
boys
board.
just drafted?
Hey man, look, Jalen Wilson. Keep 3, cut 5, all time NBA duos. We're gonna start with that one at first. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Keep 3, cut 5, all
This is
time.
all time duos. Everybody fair game. I'm gonna be
Cut.
straight up.
All time, we gotta cut them. We gotta cut them all time.
All right. Up next, Kobe and Shaq.
Keep.
This one I wasn't sure it felt right. Tim Duncan and Tony Parker.
I'm cutting them.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna regret cutting them.
Mike and Scotty.
Keep.
All right, so we kept Kobe, Shaq, kept Mike and Scotty. You guys have cut Duncan and Parker, cut Tatum and Brown. So you got 4 left. You got 1 keep. We're going old school. Bill Russell and Bob Cousy.
Cut.
Hey, niggas got 8 titles together.
Respect, but like, no.
Wade and LeBron.
Keep.
I'm just gonna say the last 3 are just it's kind of tough.
I'm just thinking of who the last 3 gonna be. Like, cause like, all right, I don't know if Steph and Katie gonna be there. I'll keep waiting, bro.
All right, so y'all keep them. Y'all keep so kept Kobe and Shaq. You kept Mike and Scotty. You kept Wade and LeBron. That means you cut Tatum and Brown. That one I think was pretty obvious. Cut Duncan and Parker. Tony said you might regret it. I don't think so. Y'all cut the legends, Bill Russell and Bob Cousy. The last 2, Steph and KD are on the list, which you got to cut. And the very last duo is Kareem and Magic.
I thought Kareem and Magic would have been on there too. I probably would have kept Kareem and Magic over.
I would have kept Kareem and Magic over. No, fuck out of here. No.
It's tough.
No. I would have cut Braun and Wade just off the strength of like. Braun didn't really have D Wade like the way he niggas really got let off the hook with that shit for real. Niggas really got let off the hook with that Braun and Wade shit because had Braun got Wade like a year and a half or 2 before he actually got him.
Oh, they could put some scary hours.
Yeah, shit would have been bad.
I think that's what makes it tough is like it's not just how great the players are, but it's like what they did together matters so much, which is why like Magic and Kareem are better than Kobe and Shaq isolated, but Kobe and Shaq's run was just better than Magic and Kareem's run. And Magic and Kareem's run was amazing. But like them niggas 3-peated together. And if they didn't
I don't know if I agree with that, but it was just Kobe and Shaq were operating at a place where Kareem obviously declined it further into him and Magic's run, whereas Shaq was at his peak during him and Kobe's run, and Kobe was literally going into his prime. Kobe going into his prime was still the 4th best player in the league, 3rd best player in the league, like.
Yeah. Shaq, Duncan, and then him, or Shaq, Duncan, like what KG would have been in conversations because he had KG.
Shaq.
KG.
Shaq, Tim, maybe KG could argue it, but it's an argument.
Yeah.
After that,
Um,
it's like, I don't know.
Steph and KD is always also weird to me. We're gonna leave here after this, but like Steph and KD is also tough to me because I'm like, we obviously watched it and they felt unbeatable, but they're almost remembered more as a team than they are as a duo. Which I think, because like I think of Steph and Clay more as a duo than I do Steph and KD. Even though KD's obviously better than Clay, but I remember the 72 win Warriors, the Steph KD Warriors more holistically as a team versus like these other ones you think of as a duo.
Because who
Yeah,
all did we
so
keep other than Shaq and Kobe?
We
you
kept
guys
Mike and
kept
Scotty,
Mike
and
Mike
and
we
and Scotty
Scotty.
is
kept
just the
Braun and
best.
Wade.
Run away, yeah.
Well, yeah, bro.
And again, like to Tony's point, that's not like like the name Wade sounds crazy, but he really only had like a year and a half of like a truly healthy Dwayne Wade. Like Wade was breaking down that whole back half of that Miami run. And I love D Wade, one of my favorite players. But hey man, with that being said, we about to get out of here. I gotta go. That was gonna be crazy. That was gonna be crazy. I was about to say. I gotta go learn some stuff. I sometimes it's best to stop yourself. I gotta go
Man,
learn
come
some
on
stuff.
with all this fucking with all this homosexual rigmarole, bro. Like,
I was like, I said I have to go too short song, and I'm like, that's gonna sound nuts if I say
excuse
Blow the
me,
whistle is crazy.
that.
You go to blow the whistle is crazy.
I gotta go blow the whistle.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm from Harlem, man. We don't
Is
talk
that
like that.
is that what they teach y'all there?
Hey man, I
Of
gotta
all, of
go.
all the
We
shit
gonna
you could
catch.
be learning?
I got 4 books. I got packets. Them niggas gave me a fucking test. I ain't fucking studied for it yet. Hey man, but with that
Why are
being
you
said,
saying all of this on here?
He do
Like,
not. He do not. He do not respect NDAs. You might as well give us the answers, nigga.
hey, man. Hey man. Hey, with that being said, we're gonna catch y'all next week. Don't forget to check us out. YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Hey, we'll be back next